First of all, how are you? How you doing today? What's good? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Me and Roxy was talking about you before you came out. And when you look at rappers and how most people's career goes, it's like when they first come out, they as hot as they ever get. And then they spend the rest of their career falling off. For the past 11 years, you've been banging them. And right now, arguably, and it's a very good argument, you might be the greatest rapper in the game right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, and that's real. When did you realize that you were turning into this rap icon? When did you look at yourself in the mirror and say, damn, that's me?
When I looked in the mirror and saw that it wasn't, that was the time I looked and said it's supposed to be me. Yeah.
Who was it at that time? Was there any rappers that you really looked at that you...
Nah, because I think the title that I'm chasing, nobody has ever had it. Because if I was chasing something that somebody's had before, then I'm only gonna have to do what they've done, and I'm not trying to do what nobody done.
Yo, real talk. Me and you, I seen the evolution. We seen the evolution of Lil Wayne for all the Lil Wayne fans out there. And I'm gonna speak from the heart right now. My brother. I was there when you were getting them dreads twisted in your head, and I was the first one to tell you, don't do it. I was the first one to hate on the dreads, y'all, just FYI. From that hot boy that we knew you from back in New Orleans, driving around in that purple Jaguar of yours, to the rock star that we see now, if you could go back in time and say anything to that young Lil Wayne, what would you tell him?
Nothing, because he knew what he was doing just like he know what he's doing.
I ain't mad at that. What's the funnest thing about being Lil Wayne right
now? The funnest? Just waking up every day. And I think the best thing about being me is I have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter I get to be the father of. Yeah.
And speaking of that, so do you have, or does she have any plans for you for Father's Day?
She surprised me every year. Her gift game is serious.
What's her last gift that she gave you?
It was some jewelry. One of these chains.
now? Wow. Nice daughter to have. And you've always looked at Baby as one of your father figures. What are some messages that he told you that you apply when you raise your daughter?
Just about the importance of it. Period. Just about how important it is. Just about how we go on the road every other day. We're in the studio every day. So we're thinking about our career every second. But then he taught me that you gotta override all that, because I thought nothing could come above that. But you gotta know how to put it, and it's easy. It's not even nothing to do. It's too easy.
Hey, y'all. I want to get this right. I'm going to read it off this card right now. Over the past 2 years, if you add up all the mixtapes, all the guest appearances, Weezy has recorded over 1,000 verses and hooks. All right? So basically, that's a lot of stuff to remember, youngin'. So what we're going to see and what we're going to do right now is we're going to see if we can stump Wayne in Weezy words, all right?
I thought y'all was gonna ask me a question about the verse.
No,
I didn't know y'all.
We gonna ask you if you know what's off of.
Lord have mercy.
See how your memory goes back. All right. Hey, we're gonna start with this one. All right. We're riders, residers. We live in the Carter. Wayne is a flame that can live in the water. Yeah. What track is that off of?
Don't touch me, you might burn yourself. Yeah.
What was it like working with Busta Rhymes? That was a lot of fun?
Man, that was cool, but I think, is Rakim on that song, if I'm not mistaken?
On the remix track?
Remix?
I think so. I heard it. Yeah, Big Daddy Kane is on it.
Big Daddy Kane is on
it. Yeah.
I know Nas on it.
Yeah.
I just was privileged. But you know me and Busta, we get down. We got like 80 songs together. We just don't know how to put them out.
And then you actually have a song on your album right now featuring David Banner did the production on that one, right?
Called Lie. Yeah.
Right. I know. When he was here, he was just amped just to be on your album. So, but that's another story. But we're gonna get back into trying to stomp you up. And y'all saw the aftermath. And in my hood, we don't front, so I do give back. Where's that from?
I think that's Rich Boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he
Yes,
is
it
on
is.
point. Y'all give it up for him.
That was the Ghetto Rich remix that had John Legend and Nas
Shout
on
out
it as
Rich.
well.
Shout out BB.
You got a song on your new album talking about giving back as well.
You know, it's not a song dedicated to just that. It's just a just a good song. It's called Tie My Hands. Yeah.
Very hot record. All right, we're going to take it back to another one. My game is skin deep, like the first tattoo. I gets all in your head, just like shampoo.
Yeah. That's Little Brother. Yeah, Break My Heart. Break My Heart.
You got it.
I love that.
Oh, my goodness.
And with all the tattoos on you now, little brother, do you even remember where your first tattoo was located?
Yeah. I do.
Which one
It's,
is it?
the one about my father right here on my arm right there. It says, "In memory of Rabbit is up to me." That was my first tattoo. He passed when I was 14. So that was my first tattoo right there. Then after that, the second one was the original Hot Boy right here. So because I remember I wanted to have my arm so I could do like that. And then the third one was the Cash Money across my stomach, and I don't remember nothing after that.
The rest of them go together.
What do you remember about the story of coming up with your album cover? Because everybody's been talking about your cover right now.
I figured that I thought that all the legendary, if not the legendary albums, the legendary artists done that. And when they did put that baby picture on the album, it's like solidified that this out, like that person know, everybody know this album is that album is so good to where I could put my baby picture on it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is that album for you. This is that legendary album.
Shout out Nas, shout out Biggie, people like that that's done it before. You know what I mean?
What was going on in your life when you was listening to albums like Illmatic and Ready to Die?
Man, I used to always want to do a song with people like that. You know what I mean? People that I knew was super far away, that I only saw on TV and only heard on radios. I just, I ain't gonna even tell you how I used to just go in the studio and chop their song up, put me on there with them. They got a lot of people do that now, and I know y'all get those email blasts and be like, "What remix is this?" And hear some dude come in on the loop part. Yeah, I used to do that too. But
There they go, and yours is
right. That's
did?
right. So those two albums, man, those impacted hip hop a lot. So how do you think your album's gonna impact hip hop?
It's gonna impact hip hop crazy, but I know it's gonna impact the world stupider. If that's a word, stupider.
Stupider.
That's stupid.
You can make it up right here. Stupid. Yeah, it's all good.
That'd be stupider.
That'd be
stupider. Look, we're gonna talk about your album. Yeah, man. Wait. All right, Wayne. So look, when we have big shows with big guests that come on, a lot of times fans email us on BT.com and let us know questions that they want me and Roxy to ask them. You got so many people that emailed that had so many different questions. We had to pull out something that we call the Wheezy Wheel. Wow. All right? So here's how we're going to do. Since we couldn't get to all the questions people want to ask, I want you to spin the wheel, and whenever it lands on a certain topic, we're going to ask you a question pertaining to that topic.
So it could be either family, love, Cash Money, New Orleans, whatever. So why don't you go ahead and spin that wheel?
All right, I'm spinning.
Legacy. Good question.
Look how they got to shuffle their cards.
Yeah, here was a question that sent in. Describe your personal legacy so far in your career. What do you think makes Lil Wayne a legend in his own time?
I don't think about that, because I think you can't call you. I mean, you can call yourself a legend, but I think your legacy has to be told by the people.
Yeah. Right. And what y'all think of Wayne's legacy? Yeah, legend.
He's getting there. All right, why don't you go ahead and spin the wheel? You know what I want you to land on? Something I could tell some dirt on.
Do not land on the red one. Something's wrong with your wheel.
No, it's right. It's right. That's, everybody wants to know about Weezy and Love, right? I could ask, are you in love now?
You didn't ask that though. You said you could ask.
Well, are you in love now?
Well, what else could you ask?
I wasn't, are you in love
She's trying
now?
to get too
I'm in love.
You in love?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, wait. What does a woman need to have for Wayne to be in love with them? So basically, describe who you in love with right now.
She has to have a beautiful heart. It has to show through her eyes. I have to be able to look through her eyes and see her soul. Because you can look at some people's eyes and see that they're not right, you know? And then, you know, everything else falls in place.
And whoever said thick and Redbone back there, you just wrong. You just wrong. Talking about thick and Redbone. All right,
Go ahead and do the real
one more
brother.
time.
Family.
Another good one.
All right. Here's a good one because there's a lot of scrutiny that comes about hip hop fathers. Describe your parenting skills and what you instill in your daughter.
My parenting skills.
Are you strict? Are you laid back?
I'm very laid back. I get fussed at a lot by her mom because she called me to discipline her on certain subjects, and when she tell me what she did, I just bust out laughing and be like, "You lied, that's what you did, and what you said," and she be thinking, she'll come grab the phone like, "You supposed to be." So I guess I'm laid back, but you know, daddy's little girl.
What do you tell your little girl about little boys that try to get with her?
She's not into it. She's not into it. I'm just gonna say yet, and I'm glad she's not. She's not into it yet. She's caught up on herself right now.
She feeling herself.
Yes.
Diva.
She should be.
You got Lil Wayne in the building. The Carter 3 out tomorrow, y'all. On the Carter 3, track number 2. You got the joint with Jay-Z. I hope it's track number 2 on the final joint, right? Track number 2, the joint with Jay-Z.
So on there.
At the end of his verse, right? At the end of his verse, he pretty much says he made so much change from the change.
At the beginning of his verse, let me make some. I want everybody to know what he said because it took my homie Mac Main to tell me what he said.
What he said?
He said, "It's my time." Wait, he said, "My chair, with my crown." So meaning he's in the throne, and then he said, "Spending my time with my heir." I thought he just meant he was fly, like in the air. He meant the heir to the throne. Me. I mean, of course, he said the heir to the throne part got me. That was cool. But for him to say my heir, that was.
That's deep right there.
Yeah.
What was the conversation? I know there had to be a phone conversation between you and President Carter. Just tell us. I know you can't talk about all the details, but tell us about that conversation a little bit.
Yeah. The conversation was brief. It was just, you know, I got you young and don't even worry about it. But his actual words I can't say them on TV. But he crazy. He was nonchalant. He was like, you know, like I was like, thank you. So you know what I mean? Like, whatever, man. You about to be the best. Whatever. You coming for that? I don't want to hear that. Whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And for Jay-Z to say you about to be the best.
I ain't say that. You said that.
You just said that.
Did he not
just say
no,
that?
I said.
He just said that. You just said that.
Khaled be saying that, no?
You're so stupid.
Thank you,
Thank
baby.
you.
That's funny.
And
My
this
girlfriend thinks
being
the same.
Youngin, you crazy. You saying this is your best album thus far. So many producers jumped on to work with you. Who was your favorite? You have to say, who was your favorite that blessed you on the track?
I have no favorites because everybody was just magnificent. They come through every time. All I want to say is I'm sorry to all the producers that did do joints for me and they didn't get to make the album, but I want them to know that don't even worry about it. My label and everybody behind me know that every single thing I do is magnificent and it need to be heard.
Church. What song took you the longest to work on that's on the album?
What's that?
Like that took you the longest, like in the studio.
I don't understand.
Well, let me ask you this then. How long does a usual song take for you to record?
It's not, it's unfair because if I say it and they're like, well, come on. Like, I could record a song and however long I want it to be, however short I want it to be, because this is what I was here for. Now, for me to get a 9 to 5, and if it was flipping burgers, then the question is, now you can ask me, how many burgers can you flip in? I have to answer, but the other rap, come and be my secretary, right? Anyway, like I was saying though, man, it's easy. It's easy. Thank God it's easy.
So you could just basically just come up with anything off the top of your head without a doubt, right?
Yeah, so as a person, it's a mental.
You know where I'm going at.
I just tell myself, should I take my time on this one or should I not? Or if something comes that's great to my mind fast, then we use it.
Why don't we just? I hate hearing us talk, Roxy. Why don't we do something we never do?
Okay.
Why don't we just put our mics down and just let Wayne go?
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I got you. See, let me start by talking to the ladies. Ladies, listen. I wouldn't care if you was a prostitute and they hit every man that you ever knew. See, it wouldn't make a difference if that was way before me and you, girl. And you never have to worry about me, as long as you keep it real. Whatever on your mind, speak on like you feel. Stay truthful to me and never lie to me. And don't you ever keep no secrets, no matter.
Months from now, years from now, when all the smoke clears and all the dust settles down, the Carter 3 is going to be known as a legendary record. Right? 106 in Park, absolutely a legendary show, but it wouldn't be right if we had a future legend on the show and he didn't spit a legendary freestyle.
I don't need no beat.
He said kill the beat, Al. Kill the beat,
No
Al.
disrespect to DJ, I don't need no beat. Nah. Cause I ain't trying to rock the crowd. I'm trying to get y'all to listen. That's all. Alright, let's see. The Carter is the place. And I'm running this thing like I'm walking in a race. Like they walking in place. And I walk in that place like, give me my cake. And yeah, I'm a Martian, so give me my space. Me timid, never date. Oops, I meant never that, never date. Only after that, have her back. I send you back to the wound you climbed out of. I milks this thing. Now, boy, get your cows up. Shorty give me brain like she smart as Doogie Howser. And I stay connected like the internet browser.